Alright, NeverLand. Forgive me, I'm just clicking around here before I start and get into this. NeverLand. Everybody's favorite bad guy. No, leave it bad guy today. Superman, Superman. Who's the fluff ball behind me? Precious, you want to say hi? Hey. Say hi. Look at that flat face. Yeah, okay. She's going to ignore us. That's cool. This is the answer portion to the Q&A that I put out a couple days ago. I want to thank you guys for sending in your questions. That was really cool. I got 5 out of 6. I was trying to get 6, but it's all right. Pinky and Winky. Love you guys, man. Okay. I'm going to light a smoke first, because it's a bad habit. So, excuse me a second. Hopefully that's not too loud. I'm playing better music now, Flav, so I gotta turn that down a little bit, though, because that might spike up. It's a great cover. Great cover of Phil Collins stuff. You know what? Hell yeah. Okay. Just gonna do some clicking around here. I'm sorry, guys. Right? Jazzy. Okay. Let me turn that down. This way you can actually hear me. Alright, I got 5 questions. Thank you again so much. I really appreciate it. Forgive me, I'm clicking around here because it's hard to... So what I did was I took all the questions and I copied and pasted it to Notepad like I usually do because it's just easier to just bang them off, you know what I mean? Okay, let's get right to it. Oh, excuse me. Right. Scatterbrain today. Rolling smokes and telling jokes. Okay. Enough of that. Let's get to it. Alright. Let's see. First question comes in from an anonymous source. Didn't want to be mentioned, so that's fine. And again, if you don't want to be mentioned, just let me know. I won't mention your name. The first one, and this is actually pretty cool. Why would you admit that you love wrestling? It's so stupid these days I can barely watch it. Yeah, that's a good question. I just caught WrestleMania yesterday. That was cool. That was decent. It wasn't bad. Yay, Kofi. That's all I'm saying. And yay, Seth, too. I like the business of it. I mean, I'm sure, because you watch me all the time. You saw what I said last time, so I'm not going to recap. It's just redundant, right? I like the business side of things. I like how the inner workings of the business works. I've met some on the road before. I've drank with a couple of them and talked to one on the phone once, you know. I just think that they're, you know, I have a lot of respect for what they do. As far as, not necessarily just WWE, could be TNA, could be AEW now, you know. The training for that is pretty tough. I took some of it. I never thought I'd be a wrestler. But that takes a lot of conditioning, a lot of patience, time, effort. And obviously they're on the road for most days out of the year. I have a lot of respect for that because, you know, they get to be on the road and live their dream and, you know, almost envious kind of, but not so much. But I mean, it's a business, right? I mean, the way they run that business, man, I think it's great. So let me get some more music going here. So that being said, I mean, I always thought that it was fantastic as a whole. I hate and I see where you're coming from. I hate the dramatic side of things, the soap opera aspect of it. And hey, Precious, how you doing? Okay, so look, she's leaving us again. Oh, maybe not. Lay down your blanket. Anyways, the business aspect of it's great. The soap opera, the writing's been horrible. You know, now it's more PG these days. You know, at least WWE is more geared towards, you know, well, merch sales. Hello. The demographic has changed from, it used to be 18 to 35, and now they try to cater towards like children now and everything. I mean, that's cool, but I mean, some of that TV stuff, I hear you. It's not the best because it feels like you're dumbing yourself down, and that's the whole cliche of it. I get it. I can see why you'd say that. No, I like the business of it. Just the insider information kind of thing. I have websites I go to and I check out dates, just like I'm reading the news, which I don't read the news, but I don't know. I mean, I have friends that are involved in the business too, and not famous by any means. I mean, there's one I'm thinking of right now that, you know, is famous, but, you know, I'm looking to touch base with him soon enough. but yeah, it's just for me. I don't know. I've always been privy to wrestling since I was a kid. You know, it's my dad's fault. So, yeah, I guess that's the answer. You know, here I'm drinking out of my Rocky cup, right? Rocky. It's inspirational, I think, for the most part, because not that I can relate to it a whole bunch, because I was always a musician. I was never a roughhouser, but I don't know. I grew up with some friends and stuff, and they liked it too, and it was always a good time. You know, pay-per-views back then were fantastic, so I get it. You know, hopefully that answers your question. Thanks for the question. Here comes the next question. It's from the same girl I was talking about that wants to start her own channel, that kind of thing. The question is, how do you find material to do in your videos? And the second part of the question is, can you help me set one up? Well, first of all, yes, I can. Just get a hold of me. You know, I know you will. I know you're busy working, and I'm not busy working. So, yeah, absolutely. You know, yeah, I'll help you set up I'm assuming you mean a YouTube channel or like, you know, some sort of, you know, vlog spot somewhere on the internet. That's no problem. I can help you with that. How do I find material to do in my videos? I just kind of, I don't know. Creative juices start flowing, I guess. Let's see. That's actually a really good question because, I mean, at this point, it's all momentum, I think. And again, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just clicking around. You know, if it wasn't for viewers, you know, that, you know, make the offshore comment now and again, I don't think I'd be kind of steered in the right direction, if that makes any sense. Now, I've started this channel, you know, just based on my opinion and, you know, started for me. I know it's a selfish platform, like I said. Again, it's therapeutic, but at the same time, I want this to be for you guys, too, because I'm talking to you. I'm not just talking to myself. So, how do I find it? I don't know. Just randomly, I come up with ideas. The rant-to-own stuff, I know you like that stuff. Thank you. Some of them are darker than most. I don't know. You just find things. It's just like a natural occurrence, really, when it comes down to, you know, life in general. You know, life spelled backwards is evil. I don't know. I just kind of, off the top of my head, not all ideas work. I'll give you a heads up since you want to start your own channel or your own video library, your own vlog. Not all ideas will work. Like I tried a vlog roulette. You know, I was trying to bring that back, but I had to cancel it because nobody was interested. So I kept it up, though. I mean, you're going to try, you're going to fail, you're going to try again. You know, some of them will be good hits for you. Others, it depends on if you like, you know, likes and subscribes or if you like view counts. I'm not, you know, big about numbers per se. You know, I just do this to do it. I don't do this for attention per se. Although, again, I know I can feel your argument. It's a very selfish platform because here you are being recorded on camera. I don't think about it that way. It's just me literally talking to you guys. You know? It depends on your subject matter, which, again, you know, ideas, they'll pop into your head and be like, oh, yeah, I should talk about that today. Or I said, it's hard to explain. You know, I know you, but I don't, like, know you, so I don't really know what kind of subject matter you want to have on a channel or in a vlog library, excuse me. Context sensitive, though. I mean, there's people out there that like certain things, and not everybody's going to like everything, so. Is it risky? Yeah. You know, especially if you're going to make yourself public. I've had a blast so far with it, you know. You got to accept your constructive criticism or accept any criticism at all because haters are inspirators, motivators. But no, seriously though, oh yeah, I'll help you set one up, no problem. Just let me know what's good for you. I'm off till May 1st, so I've got time. Except for this Friday, I have physio. So yeah, thanks for the question there, my dear. I hope that helps. I mean, I hope that works out for you, all right. Let me see. But yeah, no, I'll help you for sure. That's not a problem at all. Next question. Another anonymous person and didn't want to be mentioned. Again, like I said before, you don't have to. I just do this for fun anyway, so. First of all, I'm going to put on a better tune because that one's kind of cheesy. That might work. That'll work. It's Radiohead. Huge fan. One of my top 5 bands. Go to the next question. Anonymous. So they didn't want to be mentioned, which is fine. Person that I've known involved in the music community back then, and I think still is now. I haven't talked to you except for, geez, this is the first time I've heard from you in a few years now. Anyway, shout out to you. Thank you for the question. When you took a hiatus from the music scene after being involved for so long, did you miss it? Wow, that's... woo. And I know exactly what you're getting at because I get this one a lot too. Yeah, I really did. Sorry, I'm clicking around. That's a tough one to really answer because there's so many feelings involved in that. Yeah, I did. Kind of forced out at the time. Just unfortunate things happened, and for me it was no just cause. But then again, I was an ass back then, just headstrong and full of ego, and so I just needed to take a step back. First of all, because I needed a good reality check for myself, just to deflate my own balloon. Pardon me. The hiatus was basically me working in kitchens for years on end, right? Just me doing my job, whatever job that may be. Mostly it was at one spot, but I've worked in a couple of kitchens in between. The last time, what year was that when that all came to a close for me? I thought I had to retire. I thought that was it. So, very fortunate enough to be back together with the boys now. Awake by Sunday, right? So, and that was the last band I did play for, and it's the best band I've ever played for. No offense to those out there that I played with, but yeah, I took a step back for a while. I didn't really, I always kept in touch, especially with karaoke, try to keep my pipes in shape. Shout out to Shani, by the way. Thank you for that. Hey, Dad, miss you, love you. But, because you never know. I love singing. I love music. Music is number one on my list. So, I always call it my first love, my first girlfriend. So, you gotta keep it up. If you love to do something, why not do it? You know what I mean? But I'm glad I did. I think there was a good 9-year gap in between there. 9 or 10 years anyway. Close to that. I'm horrible, again, with time perception. So, what do I know? It was, it was, I want to call that the dark period. But, no, I literally just stuck with work and being responsible for a lot. Did I take a step back from music in general? I think that's what you're getting at. Yeah. Because I harbored a few feelings in there for myself that just weren't positive. And I'm just speaking for myself. It wasn't anybody else's doing, per se, For me, it was emotional. I'll put it to you that way. It was emotional. And I really hated not being on stage, man, And just to clarify, just to clear the air, I'm not all about me. I know it sounds convenient, and I hate the word convenience. It's the other bad C word, in my opinion. But no, I hope I'm coming across the right way that way. Seriously, straight up though, I miss being on stage because I love performing for people. That's, for the crowd. It's never about, me doing that for myself. It's great that I get to do that. It's a challenge, and I get to push myself further, vocally. This poor voice box, man. But it's even harder now because of the fact that I've been, of course, because I haven't done it in such a long time in a serious manner. Yeah, it's emotional. I do count my lucky stars every day, and I still think about those days where I wasn't doing that I wish that I was. And to have the second chance with the boys now with Awake by Sunday is amazing. I never thought that would ever happen ever again. Even though we've talked back and forth, during that long gap of time, and man, we should really get back together and jam. And we finally did it, and it's been awesome. Now it's all more about fun. We're not taking it so seriously, but we do have a few shows coming up, so it's amazing. It's just like having a second chance at life, man. People forgive you, and they're all my best friends. They're all my family. We're that damn close. So, and I love them all dearly, all separately but equally, man. Some of my favorite people on the planet. So, good question. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. It's nice to talk about that stuff too, because like I said, again, therapeutic, and I don't hide nothing, so blown wide open, so to speak, right? So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Next question. It's not really a serious one, but I figured I'd throw this in here because I love her to pieces. I call her Mama. I used to work with her at a said pizza place beforehand. Her name's Karen. She put it on my Facebook. You guys probably saw it. My question is, why am I not at Dooley's? Mama, I love you. Good question. You know, you probably didn't mean for that to be on here, but hey, I'm going to do it because we're goofy like that. You know, I'm going to ask the same question. Why am I not at Dooley's right now? Pinky's out, Mama. I love you, babe. That's one of those decent people I used to work with, man. She's, you know, and she lives right down the street, so. But see, that's the thing, you know. I was thinking about it the other day, too. It's like, why don't we just make good on the rain check with, you know, a couple beers or something? This is coming from the same individual that taught me about shower beers. Shower beers. Having a beer in the shower. Used to make fun of her for it, and then I had one. And I'm going, yeah, I see the appeal. I get it. I get it. And plus, I washed my hair with it that time, too. Hey, but beer's good for the hair. So, look it up. I don't do it all the time. I haven't done it since, but... a good question, Ma. I think we really should. We should. Let's make this rain check. Like, either I come to you, you come over here, or we do go to Dooley's. You're just down the street. You know, just around the bend. Now that I can kind of, sort of, safely move around, sort of. But now it's another snowstorm outside. I knew that was coming. I knew both of these storms were coming. So now it's snow. I wish I could show you. But anyway, that's why there's no sunlight behind me. We live in a pretty snowy area of the world, man. But yeah, no, definitely. We have to at least have a couple of silver bullets or something. Share a glass, you know, because I miss you so much. I really do. You know, you're one of the ones that really kept me sane, you know. And if you want any expert opinion on what happened back in those days and the story that I can't really tell yet, she knows. She's been there. She knows. She observes. Smart cookie, man. Pardon me. So, thanks for that question, Mama. I know you probably didn't mean for that to be read on camera, but to hell with it. I did it anyway. Why? Because it's us, and that's what we do. So, miss you, Karen. You're really super cool with me. You always were. I saved the best for last. I kind of skipped around. Last question from my dear brother, Toronto Fire on YouTube. Go check his stuff out. Trust me. Mr. Flavio Di Giovanni. I think it's safe I can say your name on here because I always do anyway. So, what's up, buddy? This is an excellent question. This is one that, you know, when I first saw you post that up, Flav, I'm like, oh, this is going to be heavy. I knew about it beforehand. You pretty much posted it up like just hours after the fact that I posted up the Q&A, the question part first before this one. I really want to thank you for that, brother. You've always stuck by me since day one. Let me answer your question. So, brace yourselves. He says, I have a great question for you. Yeah, you do. After Donnie's death, how does it feel to get up on that stage and sing knowing in the back of your head you lost someone really close to you? Tell me that hurts. That's an excellent question, dude. Thank you for saying that to me. Where do I even begin? I mean, it's... You know, his Robichaux's death is still pretty fresh in my mind, in my heart. You know, I still feel I have my good days and bad days with that. It's pretty ominous, I think. When I first read that question underneath the video there, the first word that came to mind was ominous. It feels ominous to be on stage, you know. And even though we've only done it a couple of times, in public anyway, like playing the show, rehearsals are pretty magical, you know. And by magical, I mean you feel a presence in the room. You know, it's very ominous. You know, that's the best word I could use to describe that. Certain songs that we still do. Some of our big rec covers, for example. Donnie loved to play those. Some of the Collective Soul stuff he liked to play too. Since we're just a cover band, I mean, we haven't written any originals this time around anyway. There's still some bass lines that Jeffy hits, my bass player, our bass player now. Jeff's amazing. I've always loved his playing too. He's one of the originals, and this is the original lineup now, which also blows my mind, speaking of earlier. The Second Chance at such a wonderful act, you know. Can't say much, you know, when it comes down to material. I mean, we've always, we locked in our own pocket. We locked in, right? Like, it's all 90s stuff, and, you know, some 2000s stuff, but and some classic stuff too. Jeff's playing on a lot of different stuff. Is his attack on the bass. Sorry to, you know, spotlight you there, Jeff. I don't mean to, but Jeffy's bass playing is awesome. I mean, Robichaud and Jeff are two different entities, but I love them both equally because their attack on the bass is phenomenal. You know, Don used to play bass and sing backup vocals too, and yeah. So, and now we have, you know, myself, James, and Nathan. We all do harmonies together. So, you know, you can't replace a spot. You can never replace a spot. It's ominous, you know, and like I said, especially while we're rehearsing, it's a magical thing. It's a very magical thing because you can feel something. You know what I mean? So I know he's still with us, and he just, yeah, you saw the rough time I had with his birthday last Friday. You know, he, very close friend of mine, a brother, somebody, my drinking partner, you know, my dancing partner. He, you know, we did lose track of each other, I'll be honest, for a few years there in between, but, you know, picked up where we left off. You know, he, get in the car, effer, you know, like, and then you go out and you go, and like nothing ever happened, you know what I mean? He did play with us, Robichaud did for a few years, played bass for us and backup harmonies. Tremendous stage presence. I mean, like, the guy was always up front. He had one leg up, played his bass, and put his foot on top of a monitor or something. You know, he always idolized Nikki Sixx, and I can see why. And there's nothing wrong with that. I like Nikki Sixx myself, you know, not as much as he did, but just an amazing musician. You know, Donnie, I'm going to say is. I hate saying was, because to me, I can still feel him in the room. So, you look back over the old stuff, you know, some of the stuff I shared with you on Friday there. His cover of Dirty Deeds, man. I play that over and over, and of course I will, you know. Flab, I don't know, man. It's the only word I have is ominous. I mean, it's the intangible. We're all pretty close with him, for obvious reasons, and you know, it's one of those things, man. I really thank you for the question. That hits home, and I love you for it, because at least, you know, it shows me that you actually give a damn. You know what I mean? Speaking of music, let me change the background music here. Remix of 9 Inch Nails stuff. Ooh, this is a good one. Okay. It's tough. Honestly, though, man, had I had the chance to do everything all over again, I wouldn't have had such a fat head. I wouldn't have had such an ego. You know, and I would have tried to get along with people a lot better. Not that I didn't get along with people, because I did, but just I wasn't behaving myself as much as I should have, you know, especially when it comes down to drinking and who I was with at the time. That reflects on your character. It really reflects on who you are as an individual. So that gap in between that I talked about just previous, pardon me, I get kicked back from the coffee. The fresh cup was shut the hell up. The gap in between, I think I needed that. I feel I needed that because I needed to grow up. You know, just time to let go of old ghosts, man. So, but I miss him every day. You know, I really do. And it hasn't been easy. It's not an easy thing to live with, knowing that. And of course, you know, if those of you out there that lost somebody really close to you, you can obviously relate, and I think most of us have, unfortunately, because it does happen. Especially somebody that you're close to, that you created with, you know what I mean? Doing stuff that you love to do, and believe me, Donnie loved to play music. I mean, he always had to be involved in a group doing something. So you guys would have loved him if you didn't know him. I mean, he'd make you love love him rather. And actually, no, I think I said that right to begin with. He would make you love you, you know, because he heart of gold. You know, beneath all the ambiguous character, man, you know, he was, you know. He'd hate me saying that, but he was a teddy bear. He was actually a really sweet guy. He really was. It's been tough for, you know, I'm just speaking for myself, but it's been tough for me for sure. Because I really, these days, you know, especially after that 9-year gap in between where I had to get over myself, it's nice to just be with people that are positive and, you know, outgoing and just positive. I think I'll just leave it there, but yeah, hopefully that answers your question. You tell me that didn't hurt. Yeah, you know, it feels like something's missing, basically. It really does, you know. Really, really does. By the way, Flav, let me know. I don't know if I sent you a couple of tunes or not, man. Speaking of which, I was just talking to Ted earlier, by the way. I'm just talking to you, Flav. I sent him a couple of covers and stuff. I don't know if I sent you anything recently, have I? Let me know in Facebook. Give me a message. Let me know what you got, and we'll go from there. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate all of the questions. 2-day period, too, to give you 5. That's cool, you know. There's life on this planet, man. Somebody's listening. No, I really appreciate that. Seriously, though, in all seriousness. I'll touch base with you guys soon. And in the meantime, if there's any requests, like I said previous, if there's any requests that you guys have that you want me to talk about, by all means, send them right to me. I pretty much have all week, except for Friday. I have to go for physio in the afternoon. But other than that, I'll keep you updated as that goes along, too, I promise. And yeah. So thank you again. I love you out there. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys make this possible, you know. So Chicky Poo, if you're listening, and I know you are, people will take care of you as you go along. So maybe just to go back to what I said previous, maybe that'll help with subject matter. People will, you know, they'll provide their opinion. So, but yeah, let me know, and I will definitely help you set something up. So this way, because I always promoted everybody to make their own videos too, and you know, sign up for YouTube, but you don't have to make any videos. So this way you can comment down below. You know what I mean? So this way you can talk to me right back. There's a lot of people, a lot of friends of mine that don't even have a YouTube channel, and some of them that do, you know, they don't use it. So that's all I got for now, everybody. So thanks a lot, NeverLand. I really appreciate it. I might do another Q&A here shortly. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But I'll put up a video when I do, and then you guys can send in more questions, because I love answering them. You know, it's about you guys, too. It's not just about me. I hope not, because we'd be doing this one wrong, wouldn't we? Pinky's up to you. Winky. Love you guys, man. Thank you so much. You guys are just sweet. Too super sweet. All right, that being said, I am going to go chill, something I like to call the F out. And just try to touch base with you guys individually, and try to have a decent evening, which it's been awesome so far. So, once again, thank you guys. Your favorite bad guy, Superman, out. Remember, I almost forgot. If you're working too hard, still don't feel qualified to say that, you're doing it wrong. Hair flip. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Thank you again so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the questions, and thanks for watching. All right. Love you. Bye.